Let's take a look at one of those other tests. First one we saw 427% lift. This one, you added some security seals to it, and
yeah, this was a rough one. So you'll see here in a minute. This is a lead form. You know, fill out a web form and submit to us. And we knew that this would have a big impact if we could get a big gain on it. So I thought it'd be interesting to show that this is one that we actually failed a lot on. So we
shortened the form.
Shortened the form, like everybody says in these conferences. We're like, yeah, you know, no.
Gave them the option to call.
And then we did that, and that one was based off of a Mech Labs, you know, an actual Mech Labs webinar that I watched that somebody did this layout, and I'm like, done, you know, and no, didn't do it either. That failed. We added all kinds of things and went back and forth, and we failed 4 times. So we did 4 tests that didn't work.
But the next step, and as you see, the next step overall is design. Then you ran this test where you made many changes according to the heuristic, essentially put it all together.
Yeah, and at this point, it was kind of a hodgepodge of everything. I had almost given up, you know, because at some point, you put all this effort into like a lot of tests, and if they don't validate, you spend less and less time the more tests you do. And at this point, you're just kind of like, oh, crap, you know, let's just, whatever, let's throw another one up. And, you know, it worked. But every time even when you get to that point, it's still based off of the conversion heuristic. You know, it still needs to, everything that we did was still based off of, you know, what am I trying to impact and improve or decrease in the form. But it took 5 tries to do something like that.
And there's really a bigger lesson here. One, Ryan is a very kind guy to come up here. It would be very frustrating if you just came up here and saw everyone have 400% lifts all day, and then you get back to work and you try these and you have some of these fails. And he's very kind to come up here and show like, hey, it ain't easy down in the trenches. Yeah,
no, this one was, we had a lot of money riding on this one. We promised a lot, and it was a little rough for a while, you know, failing 4 times, and you're just like, you know, this sucks.
But the other key point is often we get asked, you know, should I just run single factor A/B tests? Because really that's the way I know, okay, that one factor is the only thing that changed it. And if you're only running single factor A/B tests all the time, it can be hard to make an impact, right?
Yeah. And so we find that we actually, like I said before, we actually don't do a lot of like really single factor tests because A, we don't have the volume where I feel like it would pick up fast enough, and B, you know, as long as we're following that heuristic, we find that every time we do something based off the heuristic, as long as everything's based off of that, we change all kinds of elements. Like every time we do it, it's almost a radical redesign every time, based off of the heuristic, and it works, you know? And so I think that's kind of the key. If you're gonna do that all the time, you gotta still stay pretty focused on, you know, a strict methodology.